Today I took two trades, one loser and one winner, both pretty much on the same setups. Um, I thought they were both decent trades, just that the first trade didn't work out. So today it was almost the same, but theoretically I'm opening or overlapping lower, and then floor pivots were lower relationship, and the cams were also overlapping lower here. And the trend is still bearish, but we were opening a bit bullish here. So on Friday, it came down to this demand zone, the 3-hour demand zone from before, and then bounced. And I guess came back down later in the day and then bounced again. And then overnight, we've been kind of trending upwards, and we're opening above a valley area. And we are opening above H3. It almost opened above H4, but didn't quite make it there. So my plan was to long this area, but that got invalidated because it opened under that. So then the main thing was at value area high for long. And then I had the supply up here from that huge drop on Thursday. Too short. So I want to short this area or along this valley area high. I was mostly biased towards this, longing this because of the bullish open, but this was still an option I considered if the conditions were right. On the ledge here too, we're right in the middle of this high volume no ledge, so this 7514 area would have been a level too short, but we're pretty far away from that. So if it did break through supply and go H5 and up until high volume no ledge, but I can short that, but that was a bit too far away for today. So market opens up and instantly goes down, sells off into value area high here. So I'm looking for longs. Value area high is 48, 74.48. So I'm looking for 74.48, longs at 74.48. So I see that, and then it just rallies up without really giving me any chance to enter long. I mean, I saw these big buying imbalances here, but really not much other than that. I mean, the buyers just kept coming in. There was kind of a B shape over here that formed, and here, I guess it did retest that B shape, but it was just one, too fast for me, and two, I just didn't have enough confirmations. So I guess that could be a B shape and then a B shape retest, and I could have longed, but I didn't see any delta divergences or anything. So I was looking for a pullback here to see if I can get an entry around 50 or so, but this was just relentless, and it kept going up, and it rallied about 20 points in like less than 5 minutes. So then instead of trying to catch a continuation long, I decided to focus more on shorts here at the supply because we're basically inside supply already now. The supply was at 74.75. So 74.75, it just keeps going, keeps rallying right into that supply zone here. So now I'm looking for shorts here, but I mean, every dip is seemingly getting bought here. So the dip there gets bought. Dip there also gets bought. And it just keeps going up. So I say that this the supply zone is, I don't know. I mean, it's there, but it's not really aligned with anything else. There's no real confluence with other levels. It's just the supply zone. And it seemed really bullish right now. All the dips were getting bought, buying imbalances coming in. Buyers seem really strong. So I just wasn't too comfortable with it. But if I did see good confirmations, I said that I'll take it. And I see this kind of a P shape forming here with the POC at the highs. Delta divergence forming on the 20 range chart here. So I'm kind of liking that. I'm kind of liking this 1 minute delta divergence here. That was forming, although it didn't really end like that. So I liked that. There was another 20 seconds left in the 2 minute candle, but the 20 range candle closed as a delta divergence. And I said, I want to wait for a little bit of a retest. Because one, I thought, because I thought it was very strong and all the dips were getting bought up and it was rallying like crazy. So I wanted to kind of have a proof that it would sell before coming back up. So I wanted like a little retest here and then a sell off where I could enter. But I kind of entered early, I guess, because I just entered here rather than waiting for anything much of a pullback. I just entered there, about 8 points of risk, stop at the highs here. And I thought I got a pretty good entry. This 2 minute delta divergence was also very nice. So I thought it was a good entry. It was working out in my favor for a few seconds, I guess. It reached almost 1.5 R, but since my risk was a little bit too big, it didn't quite reach 2 R. Maybe I should have put my stop at break even at this point. I don't know. But never formed that lower high, and it just kept rallying back up. I thought maybe it would reject here at this 20 range delta divergence, but that did not happen, and it just kept rallying. All the dips were getting bought. And yeah, there was even an attempt to sell off here, but that quickly got bought back up. There's a B shape that formed there, then got bought back up. Yeah, and then there's another retest into this B shape, and then it holds. And it holds and rallies back up, so then I get stopped out. So I thought it was a decent attempt, honestly, but just never made that higher low and kept going down. It just got bought right back up by the buyers here, right at H4 also. So now I'm thinking maybe I should have just longed at H4 instead, because it bounced off a value high. I could have taken a continuation. So maybe it's, it was a better idea to take longs. So I thought I was going to be done for the day because it seemed like it was just going to rally forever. I really thought that it would. But again, it forms a delta divergence on the 20 range. And now I'm looking at it again for shorts. And again, it gets quickly bought up here with buying imbalances here. And yeah, but at this point, I'm very enticed to short again because of this delta divergence here on the 20 range. And then it's flirting with the delta divergence on the 2 minute here. But it seemed like it was just going to sell off here. It looked good, but I really didn't have that many confirmations. No CVD hidden divergence here or anything. Just that 20 range delta divergence. Not even a 2 minute. Although it was kind of flirting with it. Yeah, so. But I thought about it, and I kind of missed the entry because I thought about it here with the stop above here. But I was hesitating a lot, and I just missed the entry. And I was very mad at myself when it started selling off like this. But I just couldn't get over the fact that I didn't have enough confirmations. It was just this delta divergence on the 20 range. And I guess that's a good thing. I mean, there was a little bit of a P shape there. I mean, I could have tried, I guess, but I hesitated. And then at that point, my entry would have been here, and I didn't want another, 9 point, 8 point stop. Yeah, it would have been like 78 with 86 or so. So that would have been an 8 point stop again. But it's a good thing I didn't because it immediately got bought back up and I would have gone stopped out there. So, um, yeah, but now technically there's two short attempts here that I would have gone stopped out on. One I did get stopped out on, and another I would have gone stopped out in. So I'm pretty much given up all hope for shorts here. But as it comes back up here, there's a lot of positive delta building up here, and it's not easily breaking through. There's a P shape that forms here. And it's kind of hanging out around this 88 area, and it seems like it's just gonna pop through, but it's not. It's struggling. It's struggling a bit. So I mean, like, there's a lot of volume building up here. P shape here. I mean, if it rejects, I might be interested. But what I really wanted was this CVD hidden divergence to form. I wanted a bunch of buying delta here, positive delta, breaking the highs, but not breaking the highs on price. And that's what I was really looking for, but I didn't quite get that. And I don't actually get it till the end. So P shape, and it breaks above these highs here. But as it breaks above, it immediately rejects. So I'm kind of liking that. I also like that this 1 minute is starting to form a delta divergence now. So although it didn't form a CVD hidden divergence, I like that it was forming a delta divergence on the 1 minute. I also liked that it was a delta divergence on the 20 range and also on the 2 minute. So I'm liking those. I liked how it popped above the high of day and immediately rejected. Also, on that break of highs here, this RSI was lower than this high here, although it broke above the highs. So I also liked that. I also like the fact that it was a high volume basing candle here, and then the break above was a 3 minute high volume shooting star. Also on the 1 minute, there was a high volume shooting star here. So, and then 5 minute formed a relatively high volume shooting star there too. So I liked those confirmations, and I decided to give it one more try, especially with this 20 range delta divergence. I decided to short with one contract here, stop above the highs. Maybe I should have gone in with two, but at this point I was not very confident in shorts at all. One, the supply zone I wasn't too confident in, and then two, my bias was pretty long bias today, so I was just taking it because it's in my plan and because it's a level and because I see good confirmations rather than that I was super like positive about this. And then third, it seemed like throughout in the morning, all morning, all the dips were getting bought, and every attempt that I've thought about shorting or did short ended up getting stopped out. So I wasn't confident in this at all, but decided to take it because it's in my plan. I see good confirmations, and I gotta try it out, right? So I took it and start selling off, and it was a pretty quick move down into my target. So my target was around 3R here, but it was the POC of the day at the time here at 65 or so. So I had my target there, which was about also my default 20 points. So thought it was decent. And it was pretty quick rundown, and it's my target. So yeah, not a bad trade. It was good confirmations. Yeah, and the 65 area was the POC. So I take it all off there. I mean, two contracts would have been better, but I think it's towards the end of the month and I don't want to, ruin anything. So I'm sizing down to end the month here. And also the volatility was pretty high today. So I just got a very good entry here. But yeah, it sells off way more. Got about 20 points out of that, but it went all the way down to 76 points. So, yeah, could have been better. I mean, could have gotten more out of it, but not complaining here. I'm not trying to be greedy. It was a good trade. It was a good plan. Technically, the value area high long plan also worked out, but the supply short plan also worked out. So, good day in terms of plans, and I don't fault myself for taking this one. It seemed decent even now, and then I took that one. So, eventually worked out. So, pretty good day overall.